Hey folks, BreakAway Homesteader here. I'd like to welcome you tonight to my live stream. Get some stuff set up here, let some people get in while we set up and get ready. Just about there. Just some stuff here. Some nice video, presentable. See who all's in. We got 3 people watching so far, and we're going to get started here in just a minute. Gonna let some people get into the room, and then we're going to get started. We got a big show tonight, a lot of stuff to go over, some stuff to test, and some cool things to see. And so I hope everybody's doing well tonight on this Tuesday night. Today is the 31st of July, the last day of the month. And so August tomorrow. August. So one thing about August, the very first day of August, it makes you come to the realization that we are coming up to fall. I said the word fall. And August is the time frame where you're going to want to start thinking about what you want to do for your fall garden. So it's going to be definitely an interesting month. We'll do some videos on that and see if I can suggest it a little bit better, and talk about fall gardening and what you should be planning for your fall garden. And that's what we're going to do. So let's see what's going on. We got 4 people watching. Let's see, get one more. Terry, hello. How's it going? I have not sent you your stuff yet. I haven't had the opportunity to get to the post office, but once I do, I will get that stuff to you. Doc Ferris, you, sir, how are you doing? We got Kelly Diggs, and I need to get a hold of you, Jeff, about that event. And I got to talk to Jason from the Big Bear Homestead, see what kind of lodging he's getting, whether or not he's included me on that, and then see if I should break away from that and we could do our own thing, or work on getting a space there where they're at. So we got 6 watching now, so we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to talk tonight about the next installment of our bug out bag, and that is going to be your hygiene kit. And so let's talk about hygiene. And I'm going to transfer over here to my presentation. Bring that up. So this is a bug out bag series about a proper hygiene kit. Why have a hygiene kit? Keeping clean is not only important to your health, it plays a major role in keeping up in morale in both yourself and your family, or the people that are with you in your party. A lack of hygiene can lead to infections, sickness, and a myriad of nasties you would rather not get or catch. And that's a true fact. A hygiene kit's going to keep you clean and basic. And again, your bug out bag is going to be for 3 days, but this hygiene kit's going to help you get past those 3 days if you need it. So why a hygiene kit? A hygiene kit can have many or little things inside of it. It really depends on what kind of environment you'll be in. So that really all depends on what your hygiene kit's going to have. If you're going to be in a sandy environment, you're going to want some soap. You're going to want some stuff that you can wash yourself, or you're going to want some moist towelettes to wash yourself down with. But the hygiene kit should not be too big, or should not weigh down your pack. And so what we're going to do tonight with our hygiene kit is take the side pack from our original bug out bag. And if you don't know what this is the bug out bag that we talked about in video number 1 of this bug out bag series. You can get this pack online at Amazon for $22. And it comes with 3 extra packs on top of the main pack there. So in this kit, we'll use the one of the pouches from the bug out bag. This pouch measures 6 by 8 by 4 inches. So the big store checklist has the following items recommended for your hygiene kit. And when I say big store, I mean this is an actual list from a big store, and it says this is what you should have in your hygiene kit. So the big store has a 511 6x6 pouch, which is technically the same dimensions of this pouch right here that we have off our bug out bag, and it's free. It doesn't cost anything because it came with a bag, a toothbrush, toothpaste, baby wipes or cleaning wipes, Kleenex, light load towels, lip balm, bug spray, Advil, bar soap, deodorant, baby powder, SPF or sunscreen, disposable razor, tampons, nail clippers, and a roll of toilet paper. So what's in my kit? The question is, what's in my kit? So I've got my kit right here, and this is that bag from that bug out bag that I had. You can hear some little rattling in there. But this is the kit I have for my hygiene kit for the bug out bag that we're building. So let me move this keyboard out of the way here, and I'll pull down my camera to talk about this hygiene kit. So here's the hygiene kit. Got a little D-ring on the Molly pack in the back, and it's got Molly loops on it. So I'll put a little D-ring, so if I have to clip anything like a some sort of bottle or hanging bottle or something like that, I can do that. But it's got clips on the back that clips directly to your backpack. It was built that way, and that's the way it's supposed to be. So let's go ahead and open this baby up. And the first thing we're going to get out of here is toilet paper. So what I did was I took a pencil and a roll of toilet paper, and I simply rolled it up, and I counted out 75 sheets because the big store bug out bag had 75 sheets in a roll of toilet paper they had in their bug out bag. So I counted out 75 sheets, and that's what it looks like, and it fits just fine. Toilet paper is a major lifesaver for two reasons. One, it's a good source of tinder to get a fire going if you need it. Two, it helps you wipe your butt and you don't have to worry about using leaves or something else. But in my case or situation, the last thing I want to run out of is toilet paper. Let me tell you why. My wife, she is a toilet paper user like nobody's business. She has to have toilet paper. And if she doesn't have toilet paper, she's not going to be a happy person. So there we go. We got toilet paper. Place this aside because that's last. Next, we have 1, 2 bags of tissues. These are 3-ply tissues. There's 10 in each pack, so there's 20 total. And you simply just open it, and the tissues will come out like so. Yeah, these are soft tissues, and again, you run out of toilet paper, you got extra toilet paper. And this is also good for kindling as well. So 2 packs of tissues. Next up, got a bottle of ibuprofen. This is a bottle of 40 coated tablets. Now the reason why I got 40 coated tablets was because inside the big store bug out bag, it had 10 packs or 20 actual caplets of ibuprofen, which is Advil. And so this is actually double the amount in less of the space. It does make noise, and also being in a backpack, it moves a lot. Eventually those pills are going to wear down. So what you want to do is open this up, place more cotton inside of it, and seal it back up. If you have it available, place a small desiccant inside there if there's not one already in the bottle, and that'll keep the moisture out of it and it'll last longer. Do not ingest the desiccant. Warning, fair warning. So we got your ibuprofen right there. Next up is your simple bar of soap. And you can see it's inside a bag. There's 2 items in here that have bags attached to them. That's because you don't want this to get wet. And if this gets wet, you don't want everything else to get wet. So it's going to be inside your standard Ziploc bag. So here you go. This is a barb dial, because you can actually see what it is. The indention on there. And then, so this is regular bar soap. You can use this for many things. You can use it for cleaning almost anything, including yourself. And that's what that's there for. So you got your bar soap. What's next? Sunscreen or SPF lotion. This is SPF 30. Anything above 30 is a waste of time. It's not going to work. You want to reapply this according to the instructions. It'd be best if you had some sort of sweat technology inside your, if you do this is a sport. So if I'm sweating, as in a sport, this stuff is going to stay on, because if you've used regular SPF sunscreen, as you sweat and as you continue to walk, you're just going to be sweating so much it's going to pull that sunscreen right off of you. So again, reapply as directed on the back, and that's your sunscreen. So here we go. I've got two washcloths. These are washcloths that have been compressed into little pockets, and these will replace the light load towels. Now, what is a light load towel? It's basically a towel that's compressed into a little square like this, so it'll save space. This is what an actual light load towel looks like. This is a UTS brand light load towel, and we're going to do a little test on this a little later to compare this little light load towel to this washcloth. This is an actual washcloth, and see which one's better. And I'll have to get my scale out to see what the difference is in the weight of this. Next up, we got boogie wipes. This is replacing the baby wipes that were inside the original package. And the original package had individual baby wipes, 10 of them, and this one has 10 wipes inside of it. It's a resealable bag and does the same thing. And this is made with natural saline, and so you're not using anything that's not natural. Next up is your chapstick. You got your general medicated Blistex chapstick. This also has an SPF of 15. So if you're out in the sun, you can use this along with your sunscreen to keep your lips from peeling. One razor. This is a Barbasol twin blade razor, and so I mean, a razor is a razor. Is a razor. As long as you keep it sharp, it will work well. One pair of clippers, nail clippers. These will work on your nails. Now, if you can find a pair that's small like this and that are actually toenail clippers, you get those instead, because you want to be able to clip all your nails and instead of just your fingernails. So this is roll-on deodorant. It's sealed, it's shut, and it stays very tight. It doesn't come off easily. But this is liquid deodorant. So this is antiperspirant and deodorant, gripped by Crystal Breeze. It's got 24-hour protection. So one ply a day. This is going to last you more than 3 days. And so one thing about this I want to talk to you guys about, it's a roll-on deodorant antiperspirant. Now, guys, I know you guys are going to have problems, and you guys try to hike 3 days straight without changing your drawers. You're going to be doing some rubbing, right? And it's going to get pretty raw pretty quick between the Jimmy Jank and your legs. So what you're going to want to do is, if you've ever seen marathon runners, they'll use this stuff called Glide. And what Glide is technically a type of deodorant, which is an antiperspirant that helps your legs glide without rubbing each other raw. And so if you get in the mood for bugging out, put some of that deodorant in between your legs so that friction is less and it won't rub raw so quickly. So that's a good tip for your roll-on deodorant. Next up, we got your toothbrush and toothpaste. This came in the same pack. Simple Pro. Nothing great about it. Pretty generic. You got a toothbrush that's foldable into itself, so it's not going to be out and about and catching all the nasties. It'll be contained, but at the same time, you're going to be hiking with this, folks. So what you're going to want to do is, when you get the opportunity to rest, almost every day if you can, or at least once every 3 days, you're going to want to boil that toothbrush in some water to keep the germs down. And the last thing that was on that list with the big store, other than the bag itself, let's place that there, the tampons. Tampons are a multi-purpose item. And if those folks in the military understand what I'm saying, if you get shot, you'd use a tampon as a stopper for bleeding. If you get a bloody nose, you'd use a tampon for a stopper to go up your nose. The tampon has many uses, including, and guess what? The ladies getting to do their business without having to worry about doing something natural like a pad or some sort of cup or something like that. If you get stuck in an SHTF situation with a woman, this is going to be your lifesaver because you may die without it. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull this out. This is just a regular tampon. And so we give it a little pull and show you exactly what a tampon looks like after it's pulled out. It looks like a patch with a string on it. So with this is an absorbent patch, and what it does is it absorbs blood or menstrual stuff. And so right here, you can see the patch is wide enough for an application to help stop bleeding in some sort of cases. And it will absorb a lot. And the recommendation is to always use supers because you never know what's going to happen. So ladies will use these, and they'll use supers, regulars, lights, ultra lights, and it's almost like they're cigarettes. But they'll use these different types of weights of these pads, which will collect or hold that much menstruation fluid. And but when you're using something for the bug out bag, you might as well go for the big guns, which is the supers. And if they complain about it, tell them they just won't get to use them, and they won't complain anymore. Let me get that out of the way. All right. So what's in my kit? You just saw what was inside my kit. Let's talk about where to shop. Now, if you want to shop for this kit, you can get this kit online for the low price of $69.99 at Ready to Go Survival. This is a big store company. This is where that list came from called Ready to Go Survival. And these are for the folks who don't feel like doing it themselves. You go ahead and just purchasing the kit. And it goes everything we just talked about, and every single item, just about. We'll go back to the variants here in a minute. It's inside this kit that we just looked at. And so you can see here, you got all your stuff. These are baby wipes. You got your toilet paper, your tampons, the toothpaste, toothbrush, Advil, your paper, and all your other goodies right here. So this is $69.99, and lucky for you, if you do buy this, Ready to Go Survival will give you free shipping on this stuff. But if you want to save some dollars, which is what we're trying to do, you're going to go ahead and shop here at the Dollar Tree. Why at the Dollar Tree? Because everything is $1. So with all the stuff that I got, and I got everything that was on that list, I got an extra item, and I'll go over that in a second. Like I said, I spent a total of $17. Now, $17 compared to $69.99 gives you a difference of $52.99. So why would you not want to do it yourself? You can buy so many more of these kits for the rest of your family for their bug out bags for a fraction of the cost of what it would cost to go to other places, to big stores online. And so this is another generic versus name store brand stuff. They have a 511 bag, the special stuff, all that good stuff. But there's nothing special about this hygiene kit. Nothing special at all. So back to my stuff here. There are a couple things. Oh, see if we get that to focus. My hair fingers. There we go. There's a couple things that I did substitute or change. One thing, Gold Bond medicated powder. The list on the big store brand had baby powder in it. And I believe this stuff works better than, this is the adult version of baby powder. This stuff works better than baby powder. So I did get the Gold Bond instead of the baby powder. Instead of getting bug spray, bug repellent, I got one of these. They're called Bite Me Not. These are wristbands, and there are insect repellents. And what you could do is you can actually just rub this all over yourself, and it'll rub off insect repellents. But the lifespan of this thing, as long as you have it on, is 100 hours, which is well into the 72-hour mark of your bug out bag before it's rendered useless. So I don't want to carry any more liquids than I have to, and so I'm going to do this instead. Now the last thing, I should organize this a little bit better. There we go. The last thing that I added, and this is an added item, is an anti-diarrheal. And anyone will ever tell you, in any sport ever, if you have to go an extended period of time doing any exercise or anything like that, your body will reject that physical performance by causing it to have the squirts. This is seen a lot in marathons. Marathoners who aren't privy to this information will start running the marathon. At about mile 13 of 26.2 miles, their stomachs aren't feeling too good. They're gurgling a little bit. They haven't had a whole lot of food. They've been taking in a lot of fluid, and they've been eating those goo packs that have a lot of sugar inside of it. Well, that's going to cause them to have diarrhea. So why have it in the first place when you have enough here for 3 days? So when you get an anti-diarrhea, it'll take first 2 to start out. And if you have any issues, take 1 every time you have an issue, and you'll be good to go. And so that's what I added to this pack, which brings the total to $17. And that all fits inside here. So I'm going to move the stuff out of the way here real quick. And I will repack that later, but it does fit in that pack. And then we're going to move on to a simple little test. Grab my knife. It's the first knife my wife ever gave me. It's my everyday carry. It's got tools on it. It's got a screwdriver. I love it, love it, love it. And I've had it probably for 8 years. She got it for me either right after we got married, but it's a great little. It's a Kershaw serrated edge, very good little knife. So we're gonna do a little test tonight, as we test almost every night. Every time we do a live show on our bug out bag stuff. These are called light loads. And what these are compressed towels. And we're going to compare this compressed towel to this compressed washcloth. This is a full-size washcloth. This is not. And we're going to check out the thickness and durability, and we're going to compare it. We're going to figure out which one would be better for this pack. Now, for the weight, let me go get my scale here real quick. I have it right here. All right. So I've got my scale. Zero this guy out. So the UTS light load hardly registers as a weight of 1 ounce. The compressed towel just slightly above, looks like maybe 1.5 ounces. So let's see what these look like on the inside. These are compressed and they have plastic outer shells. They are not waterproof. So if it does get wet, it will expand. So it looks like a big pill, like a cracker or a wafer. Maybe we can get some. You can see the little indentions on it, which means it's a very thin. It's going to be a very thin towel. Let's go ahead and open this up. And this is a Simba Magic Towel. Servet Miyaguk expands in water. Obviously for it. And this is what this looks like. It's compressed, but you can see the indentions as well. But I can tell you already by the feel of it that it's going to be better. So let's get ourselves some water. And unfortunately, I don't have a zoom feature on this camera. And we're going to put this one in there first. Watch it expand. And it looks like completely expanded. I'm getting water everywhere. Fantastic. And we're going to pull this out and take a look at it. Now you can see here that this is actually quite long. And my hand for examples, the size. So this could be doubled up. I mean, it's very thin. You could see right through it. But you could double it up, and it'd probably be the size of a washcloth, I would say. And it might be a little more durable, but we'll do a little strength test, figure out what's going on here. And I'm just going to apply pressure and see how well it holds, and it tears. So probably about 15 pounds of pressure on that before that actually pulled apart. Next, we're going to go ahead and try this towel. I'll put that here and see what that does. And this is not absorbing right away, so if you're looking for time, the other towel is going to be quicker. But this thing is so compressed, it's so dry, I can see why it takes a second for it to absorb more water. All right, getting there. All right. Get the water out of that. Get this out of the way. We'll take a look at this guy. This is a no kidding actual washcloth. This is what you get at your normal store. You got little Simba there doing a little roar. The roar. Little Simba. And do a little comparison again to the size. And so again, if you double this over, this would probably be the same size as a washcloth. Yep, it would be. But this right here will not tear. It is a 100% washcloth, and that is something you can use over and over again to keep the sun off your head, keep your neck cool, put on your head while you're taking a rest, and so on and so forth. And I'm back. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up my page here and see what's going on in the chat. So I'm going to send my chat to live chat, not top chat. And if it's in top chat, put it back to live chat. And we're going to go through these comments here real quick. Terry, Kelly Diggs. You got Jeff. Lonely Prepper. Sub. I hope you guys are doing well tonight. And so Kelly Diggs says he's got Coleman Camp toilet paper too with the holder pack. Now the holder pack does help, but I mean I did that myself. I put the toilet paper together, used the pencil, counted it out, 75 sheets, the same amount, and I don't think there's a difference except it's technically free or a lot cheaper than what it would cost to just buy that little compacted pack. Either way, it's still going to wipe your butt. Terry's laughing her butt off. And Kelly says, I would add tincture of iodine as well for medical treatment and water treatment. Now, that's going to be a part of the bag. This is a hygiene kit. Of course, water is a part of that, but you're going to have that stuff inside your medical kit or inside your backpack as part of your water filtration portion. And we have not gone over that yet. We will in the future, but that's where your water is going to come from. Great idea. You could do it if you wanted to, and work with that. And Lonely Prepper says, no baby powder, use cornmeal. Cornmeal is a great alternative as well. Kelly Diggs, dryer sheets repel mosquitoes too. Put them in your pockets. Yes, they do, but they may also attract other bugs. I don't know for sure. You know, I've had mothers and aunts out there that swear by it, but I've never really done it before. But we'll have to try that theory. Vanilla extract and water in spray bottle will repel mosquitoes as well. Now we're kind of getting out of the side of the box here because this is something for your bug out bag. It's going to sit in your car, and the less liquid you have, the better off you're going to be. And Terry says she's tried the mixture, and the South Carolina mosquitoes like it more. Kelly Diggs says coastal Alabama mosquitoes hate it. Kelly Diggs, permethrin is probably the best. So permethrin is a military product, and what it is it's a treatment. It's not an actual application. It's more of a treatment. And if you ever get the opportunity, there's a series by this man named A American. That's his alias. And it's called Going Home. The very first book, he takes out his clothing from his bug out bag and he treats it with this particular chemical. And it basically repels all bugs. And Terry says she's tried a lot of things. The best thing I found is cedar wood essential oil. Kelly, Wissy wipes are good towelettes. I have not tried them. I just did a little comparison, and we're also looking at price and everything like that. And those Wissy wipes, I think they're the little pellet-sized ones. I've seen those online, but I haven't actually tried them myself. So Kelly says it's got a dozen of those UST towelettes too. They're great for camping. That's what I would use them for, is camping. Lonely Prepper. As for toilet paper, I just take a whole roll and smash it flat. That would be a great idea, except you're trying to get everything into that little package, and if you're just going to put it someplace else, that's fine, but just get that one. So Jeff said, all good, Pat. Call me tomorrow about the conference in October. If you do not know, I'll be going to the North American Conference, Homesteaders Conference, in October. It's going to be held at Port Royal, Virginia. I think it's the 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th of October. I'm going to be going to a pre-session where I'll be getting hands-on on trapping with Jason from the Big Bear Homestead. I'm really looking forward to it. And Kelly says, I've used Avon Skin So Soft in the jungles of the Panama Canal, Costa Rica, Honduras, and it repels everything. I 100% agree with that, because as a kid, even growing up, we always used Skin So Soft from Avon, and it worked out well.